It's not appropriate to refer to the biggest game in the club's history when you're talking about Dundee United, is it? But it kind of might be. A win against Dundee United, we should be pretty much into the knockout stages of the European competition. First, let's go on a little holiday to Cyprus, shall we? Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that Trucking Football Manager, and welcome back to Glasses United, and indeed Gibraltar. In fact, logically, I should be over here. Or indeed, there. That page. That's the one, welcome and all that lot. Hey, we're playing Cyprus today. Last time we played them, we were something like 4-1 up and managed to lose. So, this could be interesting, either way. Could be. I noticed Tyrrell Beckwith has moved yet again. He now plays for Torino. Last time I checked, he was on Bournemouth. There we go, still is. He's been around Europe, this lad, hasn't he? Look at this. Obviously, he was at college. We took him to Europa. He went to Freiburg, and then we loaned him back for ages. He's played for Freiburg, Getafe, Schalke, and Torino, and cumulatively earned £21.72 million. I love that it's 0.72. How is it 0.72? How could it possibly be? Oh, because 0.9... I'd probably just call it 0.7, really. Or just call it 22, just round up. Either way, monies. If only there was still a percentage of that falling back into the Gibraltarian League, but he's long gone. But yes, wanted by Bournemouth, transferred to the close, so that won't happen until January. Suspect it won't happen at all, but never mind. Mullen, on the other hand, has been loyal. He's been at... Oh, he hasn't. I tell a lie. Went to Borussia Dortmund, 1860 Munich, St. Pauli. I remember that move. And then he went to Schalke, and he's been there for a long time. And Schalke, by the way, are doing all right. They're in Europe. I mean, the Bundesliga's live, so wow, maybe they're not doing all right. I thought they were doing all right. History, competitions. Nope, not that one. Hold the line, caller. Where's the button to look at that? I suppose we go senior squad, and then we go Bundesliga, and then we go league table, and oh dear, 16th in a relegation playoff position this year. Last year, 12th. Year before that, 10th. So they're a mid-table Bundesliga side. Really, lower mid-table, but mid-table all the same. He's doing all right for them. Back to that one. Who else do we know about? Obviously, Daly is now wanted by Sporting and a few others. James Few is at Europa, and I think he's likely to stay there, looking at him. I'd be delighted to take him off their hands. But apart from that, it's Europa, isn't it? We are now officially recognised as the second biggest club in Gibraltar. So I guess our next job is to go to Mons Calpe. Not that I've got anything against Lincoln, you understand. I actually genuinely don't have anything against Lincoln. It's just obviously... they were the ones that were really annoying at the beginning of the game, and now we're making them pay for it. Nothing's happened since you've been gone. Oh, I think we even saw the friendly result, didn't we? Harry Jones is suspended. Oh, no! Okiowu can go in there, then. And then Jones will just not play. That's fine. Other changes. I mean, obviously, this is the side that finished the last game, so... maybe we just go with it. Eaton can... no, actually, Eaton had a really good game, didn't he? So he can stay in. Perez did not have a great game, but his stats suggest he should have a great game. Don't really know. No one is knackered to the point of breaking down. So I think we're just going to go with a slightly weaker side. Eaton can just play a bit and not all of it. We're going to go with that side. Webber's in goal with Mullen, Okiowu, Chiezu and Beckwith, Daly and Galliano, Harrison and Eaton, Few and Williams. Bear in mind that Williams and Eaton are the only ones that are actually out. Oh, and Okiowu, but he doesn't count. Are the only ones that are actually ours, so if anyone else gets knackered, who cares? Also, we've got like 2 weeks till the Dundee United game. So let's just get them some football. That's why I see it. The referee is not English. Put the klaxon out. The referee is not English. Make the difference. Be the miracle. And be all that you can be. So, like I say, last time, we weren't even going to Cyprus. I thought we were away. Never mind. We're top of the league on 7 points and a better results table than Slovenia. A win here could get us promoted. It won't, not on its own. Slovenia are now winning, so it definitely won't. But then they're playing Lithuania, so it's not that difficult to win that game. We've had all the shots, but none of them on target. Mullen has a throw-in. Chucked it at Few. Eaton to Daly, and it bounces around, but Few gets it back. Daly to Williams. Got work to do. Finds Harrison. Beckwith on the overlap. Instead, we've gone through the middle to Few, who hits the keeper. And Sophocleos brings it away. Calm and collected. Luckily, they've gone into this game with knackered players too. Lithuania have equalised. Kastanos' cross comes in, and it's bobbled around. And Daly, with possibly the most composed bit of football I've ever seen, taps it back to the goal line. Ionao, it looks surprised to be given a free kick against for kicking Harrison in the shin. We have a corner. Eaton to take it. Lifted in well. Good header from Few. It bounces onto the line but doesn't cross it. Okiowu will start again, but we won't see it. Slovenia have scored again. We're back down to second. Mullen's throw in here to Eaton. Brings it under nicely. Looks for Few, doesn't find him. Not a good ball at all. Constantinou has work to do. Okiowu does well, steps across. Webb to Kiezu. Hoof. Few loses out and back it comes again. Panagiotou. Daly intercepts a dreadful pass. Williams to Few, and it does get through that. James Few this time goes round the keeper. I mean, the keeper was in such a poor position then. If that had been a more accurate shot, I think that would have just cruised into the bottom corner. Eaton to take it. In it comes. Few with the header this time. Now it's still bouncing around and it ends up finding its way back to the keeper. And it's now getting a bit silly. We really should have scored by now. Daly fires one up front. No good at all. Beckwith to Galliano. Kiezu. Lifted long and left and headed down to Panagiotou, which I thought was a kind of dessert, but apparently not. I'm taking the piss out of names. They're going to score now. Or Eaton will get sent off, one or the other. Eaton does kick a lump out of him, but we get away with it through advantage. Kiezu heads it home and Webb can start again. I can't believe that's the highlight, so Webb with the big lump and Few nods it down to Eaton. Ball's on, doesn't see it. Mullen to Galliano. Out wide to Mullen again. To Daly. To Galliano to Williams. Beckwith to Harrison. This time Harrison through 1-on-1. What a tackle that is by Uau. And really, we should have scored or gotten a penalty. I don't really care which, but we should have had one of them. Half time, and somehow it remains goalless. Point finger. Scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of the game, which is actually true. And then we'll go and do the whole faith and faith and faith. And Jesus juice and stuff. And James Few's not having any of this faith. It's faith for other people, but not for James Few. It's not. Eaton is not going to last much longer. Kiezu is a bit of a worry back there as well. I'm torn between taking my best defender off and, not having him drop dead. Panagiotou. Roberts to Toisella. Anyone who wanted to mark it. Oh, Webb. I mean, it's dreadful marking. And then no one goes to him. I mean, Okiowu, is it? No, it's Eaton, actually, I think. It is the right back. And then it just goes through Webb. The right back just keeps going. Eaton doesn't go with him. There's confusion as to who's marking who. That will be the nail in the coffin for Eaton. Mickey Eastwood, is he really the only option we've got? So be it. And then we'll leave it alone for now. And carry on. And chuck an encourage out there. You have to say, we absolutely do not deserve to be behind. 65th minute. Castanos has a free kick on the edge of our area. Pretty poor. Pretty poor. The assistant wants me to put Ryan Vincent at centre-half. That's one sure way of losing the match. 70th minute. Right, what can we do now? Few is knackered, but he's also one of our only good players. Perez. It's a lot of players that need to come off this pitch. That's the problem. I don't have enough subs left. Matty Kerr can come on for Daly, who's knackered and on a booking. And Perez, is he really the solution? I suppose he probably is. So Perez for Williams. I'd rather take off the player having the poor game rather than the player that's dead. 20 minutes to play. Demand more. We'll go very attacking. I don't think it's going to help. Andrew throws in. These names are getting longer, aren't they? Look at that. Who's that? Chrysostomu. Kiezu steps in. Eastwood lifts it forward. Phew. That's my kind of length of name. He's nodding it on. It's outside the area. Andretta comes out. Can we volley it vaguely in the direction of the goal? No. Constantinou goes around the defender. That guy, what I just said, has it back. Andreu to Roberts. And Vasiliou to Andreu. To Christos Dostodopomamu. That guy. Andreu again. I know we haven't been dominant, but we should have scored at least once, probably 2 or 3 times in that first half. That's a weird sentence, but it's true. But, you know, if I put too many Gibraltar wins on this channel, people will start getting confused. So, better to lose the odd game here and there. Perez inside the few. He doesn't give it back. I know he said gives it back, but it's dreadful. The entire highlight is for Georgialidis to get sent off. Which is a mindless red card, you have to say. But doesn't do us any good at all. And we're going to lose 1-0 to Cyprus. And that's just... 21 shots, 8 on target, and an XG of 2.37. We've had the ball bounce down on the line 2 or 3 times. We've missed one-on-ones. We'll go with should be happy. And again, it's just Cyprus, isn't it? We're just unlucky against Cyprus. They're 1 point ahead of us with 2 games to play. We don't play them again and they have a massively better rating than us. The odds favour them going up. Really? We'll find out later. Jones disappointed with an inevitable loss. We've hammered them. And somehow been defeated. Right, I'm going to do the press conference. Not in front of you guys, don't worry. What did I say? Dundee United. See you there. Couple of little bits of housekeeping. There's a Liam Green, not the one that's my centre-half. There's a Liam Green who is a Spanish, don't ask, right-winger, who has decided, bless him, that he doesn't want to be Gibraltarian because he thinks he's going to get in the Spain side. So that's fine. And one that I don't understand, I have managed to convince someone who is Kitts and Nevesian from St. Kitts and Nevis, whatever, which is a Caribbean island, if you didn't know. But he's got 22 caps for them, for the first team, so I don't understand why I'm allowed to convince him to change. I have convinced him to change. He's probably never going to play international football again, because he's actually not that good. But, you know, everyone who's available is available, right? He's not going to kick off at me, because he's not my player. But I don't understand how, if he's got 22 caps for the first team, how I can then make him Gibraltarian. I don't know how that works, but it did. He's mine now. My precious. Brian Moreno's in goal, with Panagi, Okiowu, Trevor, and Korosevsky along the back four. Howe and Holmes in the middle. Not that way round, you moron. Holmes and Howe in the middle. With... Wait. No, that is right. Oh. It's very confusing being me. Stevens and Caetano are the wingers. Woods and Ice-Perua are the forwards. I've decided that Mr. Williams is just not in the form. I mean, 7.1. That's not true. He's not doing that well at all. Taraj has broken his wrist. And don't make that joke. I know it'll screw up his love life. I have decided to pay the money to send him to a specialist. He'll probably never play for us again anyway. Liam Green, our Liam Green, has had a niggle of a twisted ankle. Hopefully he'll be back for the next European game. Dundee United have been made slight favourites here. 10 to 11, I think their odds are. So, you know, barely better than evens. But let's go to Tannadice. They can't even fill their bench, look. Can we beat them? Alejandro Jose Hernandez. I don't think he's English, folks. I'm guessing he might be, I suppose. I mean, let's face it, Liam Green is Spanish, so what more can you do than that? 4-4 effing 2. Apparently. Come on, get on with it. Oh yeah, they're playing in that half and half orange and black thing. Absolutely hideous. Mockery's cross comes in. Moreno claims it authoritatively. Hoofs it out first time to absolutely no one, and back it comes. If it sounds like there's a monster trying to get in the room, by the way, it's because there probably is. No, the wind is howling, but I need to keep the door shut for recording quality, so the door will bang. Hard lines. Mockery. They've got 2 Mockeries in the middle, both of them with yeah. Korosevsky steps in, but Mockery gets it. Beath. Out wide to McLean. Good hit. Clips the crossbar. And 3 minutes in, we've looked a little bit in trouble, haven't we? Hopefully we'll settle down a bit. There's a Kevin Mockery and a Chris Mockery. Good. Shame it's not a Colin Mockery. And that is an incredibly niche reference. It's not incredibly niche, but it is well niche. Colin Mockery. Go on. I'm already formulating who I think is going to get it and who's not. Okio will lift one forward to nobody. Mockery that is not Colin passes it to Mockery that is also not Colin. O'Neill flicks one out to Bassi. That came out wrong. O'Neill to Mockery. Black. Intercepted by Trevor. Freeman. Caetano tracks him back well. Cross comes in deep. Korosevsky heads it away. Stevens knocks it down to Holmes, who then hoofs it. And again, we're just panicking instead of just relaxing and getting the ball forward. Black to Beath. McLean. This time it's Korosevsky that gives it the big boot. Stevens picks it up in the middle. Can we have some possession for a little while, please? Holmes to Howe. Nice ball. Down the line to Caetano. That's gorgeous. Ice Perua is not really looking for space. Doesn't matter. Caetano just does it on his own, and we're 1-0 up away at Dundee United. And I'm now judging this to be our toughest game, on the grounds that we smashed Olympiacos. How sends Caetano on his bike, and that's lovely. A nice Perua, I have to say. I know Caetano did the job. We scored a goal, I'm very happy. But Ice Perua's attempts to get into space were non-existent. And a little bit of jinking and moving would have given us a second option, which we just didn't take. As it stands, we're going to be 5 points clear of Dundee United. Trevor to Korosevsky, back to Holmes. Korosevsky to Trevor, to Holmes. When I say keep, well, I did say keep possession at some point. Caetano loses out. Here's Beath to Mockery. Lunged that by Holmes, but doesn't quite get the ball. Mockery has a go. It's not desperately good. We need to stop with the panicky hoofs. That's the biggest problem. Because they're not passes. Gonna go with happy, keep it up. I have to say I'm very tempted to have a little play. Who's where? Which one's on the left? Caetano's on the left. Okay. Holmes isn't having a good game. Howe can slide across and do the deep lying thing. Woods can drop back into centre mid and possibly get himself sent off. Caetano can go up top. And if we're going to be lumping it anyway, he might as well be a target man. Then Holmes can come off for Eaton. Yes? Let's do that for now. Because like I say, if we're going to just go thundering the ball long, might as well put a guy who's 6'7" up on the front line. Right? Eaton. Swings it in. Flicked on by Trevor, and Trevor gets himself his first ever goal for the club. I want to hear the fans chanting his name, because it would be fun. But Trevor, out of nothing, Eaton powers the corner, and Trevor flicks it on. The goalkeeper bounces off his own defender, and we're 2-0 up. And it has to be said, with 3 games to play, 7 points clear of failing to qualify. Hands up if you thought this is how this was going to go when we got this group. No, you didn't. Don't lie. Freeman's throwing. Excuse the snuffles. McLean turns beautifully, and Moreno makes a very solid save. Olympiacos go 1-0 up on Total Network Solutions. Mockery to take the corner. Lots of space around the edge of a 6-yard box there, but flicked on well by Korosevsky. Probably have to look at making a second change now. It's probably Woods, because I don't want him getting sent off. 15 to play. Let's do that now. Woods can come off. Still not had an amazing game, although he has improved. We'll slide him back across. Howe can go back across into the middle. Vincent can do the deep lie thing. And we'll turn him into a ball winner on defend just because he's happier with that. And then Rickard can have a run out as well. Why not? Yes, I know it's only 2-0, but there's 15 to play. Korosevsky with the throw-in. Icebrewer. Rickard seems to have forgotten what right wing is for, but never mind. Korosevsky to Caetano. Icebrewer turns and bounces off the defender back to the keeper nicely. A lot of players aren't exactly where I'd want them to be, considering their job roles. Like, Rickard isn't really wide, and Caetano's dropping a hell of a deep for a target man. I know he's on support, but even so. McLean powers it across. Black with the volley, and 13 to play. That's out of nothing as well, isn't it? It's one of us. Korosevsky just... We'll concede worse goals than that, but at the same time, that's not ideal. There's 10 to play. I haven't changed the defence. You'd think I'd get away with not... Oh, here we go. Mockery with the free kick. Powers it in. It's all the way through to Hyam and blocked away. Howe tackles it beautifully. Benedictus will rescue it. Cross comes back in and is headed away by Vincent this time. If anything, I've bolstered the defence, really. Moreno plays a suicidal short ball to Trevor, who has to panic and clear it. And back it comes. Trevor wins the header again, and Rickard can launch a counter-attack. There are two in front of him. Icebrewer's got round his man. Rickard doesn't spot it. Just continues drifting lazily out wide. Korosevsky in front of Icebrewer. It's not a good ball. Okiowu wins a header. Vincent flicks it on. Caetano to Rickard. And that's another poor ball. Is it the tempo's too high, perhaps? They're just panicking instead of thinking it through. Panagi with the only header he'll ever get in his career at his height. Eaton back to him. How? Oh, it's another poor ball. And the Mockeries exchange passes. McLean's through. Trevor, take the red, mate. No, it's a great save from Moreno. I'd have taken the red there. I'm not going to lie. 5 to play. One of the Mockeries is taking this corner as well. And it's headed just over the top by Ward. Moreno is going to play it short again, isn't he? This is Okiowu's turn to have massive pressure. Panagi to Howe to Eaton. Nice bit of football. Panagi again. Sends it down the line towards Caetano, who again isn't there. And Dow. Big ball forward, well won by Okiowu. Icebrewer to Caetano. Out wide to Rickard. That's gorgeous. Rickard, can he finish it here? He can! When that ball left his foot, I thought I didn't have a chance. And yet, he's tucked it in at the near post. Rickard gets himself his first goal of the season because he's a toys out of the pram kind of guy who wants to leave the club, so fine. But he is a good player, and he's Gibraltarian national. Rickard, I mean, when he hit this, I thought, oh God, that's dreadful. And yet, there it is. And we're 3-1 up with 3 to play, and now I might relax just a little bit. Nope, not allowed to relax. Here's a kickoff highlight. Nielsen to Freeman. One of the Mockeries to McLean. Benedictus lifts it forward. Trevor heads it home. Moreno dives on it. That's what we're talking about. Stay down a minute or two, mate. Moreno... Okio was actually in space this time, if you want to... No? Okay. Moreno hoofs it long down the left wing. Eaton. Brings it under first time and runs well at Freeman. Eaton into the corner. Crosses it in deep. Headed away. And Hyam. Korosevsky needs to get across. Hyam lifts it forward and... Trevor does not react to the danger at all. Eventually gets back, blocks it, then puts it out for a throw, so I retract my statement. Bassi throws to Black. The other Mockery. Okiowu heads it away. And Freeman to Nielsen. McLean round the corner. Panagi back to the keeper. Big ball forward again. This time it's Perua underneath it. And it just sort of hit him, really. And we're 4-1 up. I don't know. It looks like, to me, the defender misses the header. And it just hits Perua, who did not expect the defender to miss the header. Is that about right? I don't really know. Maybe Ward's hit it into him. Or maybe Ward's just missed it altogether and it's just hit him. But either way, he doesn't know what day of the week it is. And suddenly realises there's a ball to scamper after. Goes and gets it. And tucks it in the bottom corner. Mockery's cross comes in. Moreno claims it. There's 2 men over on the right wing if you send it quick. Quick. Still an option? No, never mind. I know we're winning, and I know we don't need to rush. But if you go back to that end, Rickard and somebody else, possibly Eaton, are completely unmarked, 30 yards from anyone, standing on the halfway line, waiting for a long ball forward. And it just never comes. Eaton finds a gap all of a sudden. Keeps going. Why not, right? Has a go. It's pretty awful, but never mind. Moreno. Another goal kick. Another tap over to Okiowu. Panagi. How to Eaton. Again, just no one comes near him, so he just keeps going. And keeps going, and keeps going. And this time, it's just into the side net. And that's twice in a row. They've just ignored him. He's just come running at them, and they've just ignored him. But a very convincing 4-1 win, despite the fact that by the end of it, the XG was in their favour. Moreno with an 8.0 rating after they've had 9 shots on target. I think we'll call that happy with that. Very proud. Let's go. So the league season's about to start. We're not going to do a lot of league stuff. Let's have a quick look at the schedule because... honestly, I don't think I'm going to... I might come back for TNS. But I'm not going to come back for these two because we are now... even if we don't win both of those games, we'll still be doing pretty well. TNS haven't got a point. I know it's TNS. Yeah, we're probably through. But we play Europa straight away afterwards, so I might come back for those two. Quick heads up. Monday's video is in danger. I realise I didn't do a Monday video this week either. But just because of the way free time is falling and family time is falling, I will try to get a video out for Monday, but I can't guarantee it. So it might be next Wednesday. Just looking at this fixture list, in fact. If we're free and clear and already qualified, I'll skip TNS and we'll do Europa Lincoln. That's what we'll do. But if there's something riding on the TNS game, then we'll play TNS. We'll try and do a video for Monday. If not, I'll probably see you on Wednesday. And thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, like, sub, all that good stuff. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.